Hey, Marianne DeNovellis here. We got the six-figure mastermind going on, and today we're going to tell you how to sell on Facebook. Oh, we're going to have a super cool conversation today because today's conversation is about how to sell on Facebook. Facebook is a huge platform, not just for interacting online and getting social media exposure and connecting with friends and family and old classmates from high school that maybe you never wanted to see again. Facebook is an amazing platform for e-commerce, for business, for selling online. And now there's a lot of ways to do it, but we're going to get really specific in how you can market your product or service on Facebook. First of all, why Facebook? Why are we talking about Facebook? Why should you use Facebook to market your product or your service? Facebook has over 70% of the US adult population using it, not just in general, but today. That means today, before midnight tonight, 70% of the adult population of the United States will log on to Facebook and use it in some way. By the year 2020, statistics show that a third of the world's population will have an active Facebook account. So, reason alone, out of all of the pool of your clients, there is a great percentage of them that will be showing up on Facebook. Now think about this. Every time you drive down the freeway, you see something that passes by you and you generally phase it out unless it's something specific that you're looking for. And those things are called billboards. Billboards are something we see all the time. And if you live in an area like I do, you see them just smacked and sandwiched one right behind another. They have billboards for dog vaccines. They have billboards for charities. They have billboards for how to create clean water. They have everything. And billboards can be bought for anything as long as the price is right. But billboards, for example, cost multiple thousands of dollars and they only run for a month. Now, they have massive exposure. They'll see maybe 100,000 people pass that billboard in a month's time, or depending on where you're at, depending on how high the traffic is and how high your volume is. Now, there's something called a cost per head. You've got X number of people actually seeing your advertisement. You've got a very small chunk of that number of people acting on that advertisement because of that advertisement's specific reach to them. You've got a small number of people that are doing business with you and even a smaller number that did business with you because of that specific advertisement. So out of, let's say, 100,000 people that saw that billboard, you've got the number of people that did business with you, an even smaller number of people that did business with you because of that advertisement. So you've got a specific cost per head of this number of people. So out of 100,000, let's say you had 20,000 that did business with you and 5,000 did it because of that billboard. So you've got a cost per head. If you're a billboard with $5,000 and you had $5,000 come to your business with your clients, you had $5,000 come in, or 5,000 clients come in, you've got $1 per head, which is actually pretty low. But think about this. What if it could be free? And what if you could get massive clients? There are so many people using Facebook every single day, and it is free for you to contact them. There is zero cost per head, $0 per head to get in front of your clients. And out of a massive pool, let's, for example, use that billboard again. You only had 100,000 people see that billboard. Facebook, you've got a third of the planet that can see what you're putting out there. So let's use Facebook to generate some amazing business for you. Facebook is an amazing platform to do that. Okay, so now that you know that you should be using Facebook, now that you know the massive amounts of people that are on there, how do we create a massive, amazing, yummy, delicious, creative way to get in front of them and share with them exactly what you do? You're going to need to, once you build your Facebook, create some credibility. So once you've built your Facebook, let's say you've got 5,000 friends, you're maxed out on your Facebook friend request, you've got high quality friends, and if you watch another of our YouTube videos, you're going to see exactly the step-by-step process on how to build a Facebook following. You've got that following built up. Now you've got your Facebook page, you've got all of that set up. You know how to create amazing ads and intros, and you've got all this stuff. Now we need to create some real credibility so that people can see what you have to offer. You're going to create credible posts. You're going to use testimonials from people that have worked with you in the past. You're going to share what your life is like online. When people go onto social media, step into their mindset for a minute. When people log into Facebook, they're not necessarily going shopping. When people log into somewhere like Amazon or Etsy or one other of the e-commerce sites, they're definitely going on their shopping and they're looking for something specific. When people go onto Facebook, that's not what they came for. So you've got to be in the mindset of, okay, people didn't come here to buy, so how do I sell to them? People didn't come on Facebook to buy something specific, so how do I create a transaction that's in integrity and doesn't seem all salesy? That's what we're here to create. We're here to create solid content. So if they do come to Facebook and they're not looking for sales, what are they looking for? Well, they're looking to check in. They're looking for specific lifestyles. They're looking for people who are, posting on Facebook about what's going on in their lives and what's making their world so amazing. As a Facebook e-commerce professional, you're going to be doing the same thing. You're going to be posting things about what makes your life so amazing. What is interesting in your world? What have you struggled with? What have you overcome? Maybe you can introduce your product as part of that, and not in a salesy fashion, but in a way that said, man, I tried this thing and it worked amazing for me. Or, hey, my friend Marissa just tried this amazing product and here's what she said about it. I'm going to ask people who have used my product before to share online how it has improved their life, and maybe even give me a little shout out, maybe a little tag in there to say, Marianne brought this amazing thing to me and I love it. Here's how it's improved my life. Maybe you make dog leashes and you sell them online, and you have people that are like walking their dogs and like, oh my gosh, I walk my dogs all the time, but my leash is not cool and I don't know what to do with it. And you have a great leash that has a little pivot feature and never gets tangled. It's retractable. It has a little pooper scooper thing attached to it. You've got all of the solutions for all their problems. Maybe you can make an amazing video and share online how you're improving what people came to Facebook to find out. You've seen them on Facebook. You've seen as you're scrolling through social media, these little ads that pop up with, man, I have this lettuce chopper and now I make salads and it's quick and easy. Or man, I have this new blender that makes my life so amazing. And man, I've got this new skincare product that peels all the weird blackheads out of me. You've seen it. You know what I'm talking about. The little videos with the mask that's peeling off and you got the little white head sticking out and it's really gross but fascinating and you can't help but watch it. You get to be the person that creates that content now. You get to be the person that creates a lifestyle that's so amazing that people will want it because what you can bring to the table. Now, in order to sell on Facebook, you've got to have a way for people to try what you have to offer. So you've got to have some sort of a loss leader or a lead magnet. This is something that's referred to in the industry very, very frequently. Every store that you ever go to, especially if you're shopping on Black Friday, especially if they've got some kind of clearance sale going on, they have what's called a loss leader. That can also be referred to as a lead magnet. So for example, if you go into a store that's having a summer clearance special and they have 90% off of this specific product, I can almost guarantee you that they are not making any money on that product. It's 90% off. Usually margins in the retail industry are around 40%. So they're actually losing money on that product that's going out. Why would anyone do that? Why would anyone want to have a loss leader? A loss leader acts as a lead magnet and says, this store is having 90% off. I'm going to go check out that item. It may or may not be something I want, but the store is counting on that person to shop throughout the rest of the store and have a positive experience and buy other things there while they're in store. You get to create your loss leader on Facebook. What is it that's going to attract people to you? If you have a service, your loss leader could look like, I'm going to spend some time with you. Comment here for a one-on-one, or I'm going to make a video and I'm going to share this with you. Okay, loss leaders in the digital arena are very inexpensive to make, and it doesn't always create an actual loss in your margins. But a loss leader could also look like a product. Maybe you can sell your product at cost or a little below in exchange for a testimonial or in exchange for visiting your store, and maybe they'll make some other purchases. Who knows? But on Facebook, you need to be able to present that in a way that invites people to be part of your business. So when you're selling on Facebook, you can be very, very specific. One of my favorite ways to sell on Facebook is to throw huge bonuses and value at people. So I'm a best-selling author. I've got my book. I'm selling it online. I'm selling it for maybe the retail price is $23. And on Facebook, I'm going to share it and I'm going to sell it for less. If I had a book and I was going to sell it online, here's what I would do. I would create an amazing Facebook post, and with that post, I would put a picture of the snippet from the book. Maybe something I read that was inspiring to me or something that I was really excited about sharing. I would take a photo with my iPhone, super cheap, super easy tech, and I'm going to post that photo on Facebook. With that photo, I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I just had my book come out. I'm thrilled at how it turned out. In fact, here's a passage I was reading this morning that I actually needed for myself today. Go figure. I'm going to take advice from myself on that one. You know, I have this book. The retail price of this book is $23.95, but for the next 10 commenters, I'm going to be able to sell this book to you for $14.99. Comment below if you want a copy. Now, do you see how I made that post? Anyone that's commenting below already knows that I'm selling something, but I've also added value to their lifestyle because I've shared a little bit of that book. I've taken a picture of that chapter and added it to my post so that they can taste my philosophy. They can try on what I have to offer before they make the transactions. Now, in my post, I'm being very, very specific. I'm saying, if you would like that discount, comment below. Now, that's not salesy. It gives people the opportunity to opt in or not. If they don't comment, I'm not going to go chasing after them. But if they do comment, it tells me that there's a high quality lead there because they knew when they commented that I was going to be selling them my book. So this makes it a very easy transaction. When they comment, I start a conversation with them. I'm going to start that conversation in my Facebook Messenger. I'm going to say, hey, thanks for commenting on my post. What did you like about it? Where can I ship your copy? And when they do that, they're going to answer me and say, oh, I live right next door. I'll come pick it up. I say, great. I will send you a PayPal invoice, and I can take their email and send them an invoice, or they can just pay me directly on Facebook Messenger. I'm going to ask the questions that collects the money. Write that down. Ask the questions that collects the money. Ask questions like, does Facebook Messenger payment work for you? Or can I send you a PayPal invoice? What's your email address? You're going to collect the money and then deliver the product or service. But it all started with this amazing Facebook post where you delivered value and you made it very, very clear to your client base that they were going to be doing business with you in some way so that they could opt in instead of having you go find them. The whole point is to gather your clients and have them knocking down your door so they are ready and highly qualified to do business with you. Super easy to transact a business on Facebook. It's super simple and it's really fun to do. All right, now you know how to do your loss leader, you know how to create your lead magnets, how to drive massive sales to your business using social media, using Facebook. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below. We will see you tomorrow.